Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for this evening. It's Mr. Darryl Johnson.
No. Stay there. Hello everyone, just having a fight with me fan. It's my number one fan. Welcome along, thank you very much everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. And bang on past. I'm on time! We're on time for the love of God. Well, thank you very much. My name's Beard. Nice to see you all. No, I'm joking. My name's Darryl Johnson. Thank you very much for joining us today. Lovely to see you all again. First time since was it Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. Yes. Well, tonight wasn't exactly a planned stream. I was sort of debating whether to do this game or not. But then obviously I realised that I'm not free tomorrow and I'm not free on Wednesday. And I don't know if there's any games going on Thursday. I don't think there is anything on Thursday, match wise. And then obviously Friday and Saturday I'm doing the darts with spectacles and teeth possibly. So it's the only time really this week that I'm actually going to get a chance to do a match. Until probably the weekend. Well, maybe Saturday afternoon, Sunday, whatever. So not going to be much happening at the moment. Obviously, pre-season starting now for a lot of the teams. I'm not going to really bother with pre-season, to be fair. I don't think I'm going to bother with pre-season. So, you're 22, so you're not free tomorrow, Wednesday. You'll be free in a minute, Harry! Ugh. Oh, I like how it's actually coming up with the proper... With the actual account names instead of just the made-up names. It actually comes up with Scotty B8, Harry Dotty 5648. That's better because then I can actually, instead of seeing people's fake names, I can actually see what the actual name is on the account. Lovely. Let's have a look at the live chat anyways. Late stream, I wouldn't say this is late. 7:30. Sort of any time between, I'd say normally anything between about... Between 7 and 8 is normally the usual time. 8 o'clock onwards, so the likes of the GeoGuessr streams, because they're always 8 o'clock onwards, they're the later ones. With these watch-alongs are normally done by about 10. However, though, this game could potentially go to extra time penalty, so we could be here till about 11 o'clock, depending on how things go. Let's just hope that there's no interruptions and the game doesn't get paused for an hour. That will, quite frankly, annoy me. So yeah, no, it's not really a late stream. I can see why you're saying it because we've had a few late streams lately, but this isn't really a late stream. It's nothing unusual really. Doing a stream around 7-8 o'clock. Yeah, it is what it is. Had his dinner? Yep. Why are you moaning about the weather? Get used to it because it'll get hotter. I know. I hate the summer. My least favourite time of the year. I prefer it when it's the winter because then obviously you have Christmas, etc. Obviously I like my birthday as well. Hello. Classic starting soon, more like 10 minutes at last. 2-1 Inter. Hairy hair. Need a fan, yeah. You need an aircon, lad. You think I can afford air conditionings? This ought to be late for his own wedding. No. What was your dinner? You saw what me dinner was, Scotty. You saw the photo. Although you probably didn't know what it actually was. It was pork loin steaks that I'd got from the Morrison's butcher, which was nice. So fresh pork loin steaks, some chopped potatoes. I had some potatoes, chopped potatoes, and some beans. Yeah, enjoyed it, to be fair. Yeah, it was lovely. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm having tomorrow, to be fair. Well, I'm having chicken sandwiches for me. So for me dinner for Scope, I'll be having chicken sandwiches. So basically just sandwich with, basically it's bread with chicken. But it's chicken breast, so chicken breast sandwiches. And then for tea, I don't actually know. I don't actually know what I'm going to have for tea tomorrow. It's whatever I've got, it's whatever I can fit in. I've got cod, not cod. I've got haddock, but I'll save that till later on in the week. To be fair, I might have me turkey mince tomorrow and some spaghetti. I don't know. I'll decide tomorrow what I'm doing. You had the same as me. Well, not exactly the same as me. I mean, not exactly the same as you, because I had chopped potatoes. You had chips. You had also what looked like green beans or something, or whatever they were. I don't know what they were, or celery or something. I don't know what the hell it was. Whereas I just had. Well, I had beans. But yeah, decent. Thoughts on the video, the bike one. I haven't really looked at it, mate. I've had too many things going on today. I've been too busy. 3 votes, by the way, for Inter to advance. Well, it is Inter Milan versus Fluminense today, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Champions League finalists and former Champions League winners. I think also former world champions as well from back in the day. And they're taking on Fluminense, who have won the Copa Libertadores within the last couple of years. Won it in 2023, I believe. But recently they haven't been great. Finished mid-table and top 7 in the Brazilian league and haven't done too well lately. But they're in this tournament. They've done well. They've got themselves into the round of 16 with an opportunity of getting into the quarters. The winner of this game plays against the winner of the match that takes place at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll be in bed, so get stuff to think I'm watching that. Man City versus Al Hilal. The winner will play against the winner of this match. We could have, so far we've had one Brazilian side advance to the quarterfinals. That was, of course, Palmeiras beating Botafogo in the all-Brazilian clash. Well, will Fluminense be the second team from Brazil to reach the quarterfinals, or will we have again another Portuguese side bowing out? Inter Milan looking to go one better after what was a poor Champions League final from them. But so far in this tournament, they have played well. They've played some good football in this tournament. They're coming up against a side that on paper you would fancy them to absolutely annihilate, but as we've seen in the past in these sort of tournaments, certainly in the group stage as well, you can't underestimate any teams. And Inter Milan haven't actually scored that many goals in this tournament. Their top scorers are Tavo Martinez with only 2 goals. Fluminense's top scorers have all got 1 goal. So, not particularly high scoring teams. Inter in this tournament though beat River Plate 2-0, beat Aurora, but drew to Monterrey. So at least they were unbeaten in the group stage coming into the round of 16 stage. As for Fluminense, quite a memorable thing for them, because not very often that they get far in a lot of these tournaments into the New Look tournament. The team that plays at the Maracanã, which hosted the World Cup final in 2014, which Scotty Beale remember very well because Mario Götze won it for Germany there. But also Fluminense have been unbeaten in this tournament. Drew against Dortmund, drew against Mamelodi, beat Ulsan HD. But also in recent times, even in the Brazilian Serie A and the Copa Sudamericana, which they're now in, because they're not in the Copa Libertadores anymore, because they didn't do very well in the league, so they finished in the Sudamericana places. They haven't actually lost since the middle of May, so they've done. Last time they lost was the 11th of May against Atletico MG. Is that Atletico Mineiro? Or Galu as they're called. Yeah, that's Atletico Mineiro. So they're on good form. Inter on decent form in this tournament. 2 teams that don't score many goals, but hopefully we will see some goals in this game. A reminder, if this game does end as a draw, we'll go to extra time and potentially a penalty shootout to potentially decide the winner. So, without further ado, get involved in the live chat, get involved in the live poll, and without further ado, let's have a look at today's match officials, as well as the two teams in full, brought to you, of course, by Double Johnson. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to today's game. Let's have a look at the match officials. The referees and the assistant referees are all from El Salvador. The official today from the United States of America. The referee for today's game is Ivan Barton. Assistant referees David Moran and Antonio Pupilo. And the official for today's game is Tori Penzo. Let's have a look at the two teams then, shall we? We'll start off with the visitors for today's game. And it's the side from Rio de Janeiro. It's Fluminense. In goal for Fluminense is number 1, Fabio. Number 2 is Samuel Javier. The captain, number 3, ex-Chelsea, Thiago Silva. Number 4, Inacio. Number 5 is Facundo Bernal. Number 6, Rene. Number 8 is Martinelli. Number 14, German Cano. Number 16, Nonato. 21 is John Arias. And number 22, Juan Freitas. And the subs for Fluminense today then, goalkeeper number 98, Vitor Udes. Number 7, Jefferson Solteldo. Number 9, Everaldo. Number 10, P.H. Ganzo. Number 11 is Keno. Number 12, Gabriel Fuentes. Number 17, Augustin Canopio. Number 18, Ruben Lescano. Number 23 is Guga. Number 26, Manuel. Number 29, Thiago Santos. Number 35, Hercules. Number 45, Lima. Number 77, Paulo Baya. Finally, number 90, Kevin Serna. Starting on up for the side from Milan, International Milano, start off with number 1, Jan Sommer. Number 2, Denzel Dumfries. Number 6, Stefan De Vrij. Number 9, Marcos Thuram. Number 10, the captain, Lautaro Martinez. Number 21, Christian Aslani. Number 22, Henrik Mkhitaryan. Number 23, Nicolo Barella. Number 32, Federico Di Marco. Number 36, Matteo Darmian. And number 95, Alessandro Bastoni. And the subs for Inter Milan. Goalkeepers, number 12, Rafael Di Gennaro. Number 13, Josep Martinez. And number 40, Alessandro Caligaris. And also on the bench, alongside them, number 8, Petar Sucic. Number 11, Luis Enrique. Number 15, Francesco Acerbi. Number 30, Carlos Augusto. Number 42, Tomas Palacios. Number 45, Valentin Carboni. Number 48, Gabriel Requeconi. Number Number 49, Giacomo De Pieri. Number 52, Thomas Berenburg. Number 58, Matteo Corci. Number 59 is Nikola Solevsky. And finally, number 70, Sebastiano Esposito. Right. Thank you very much. There's the two lineups, two teams in full. Don't forget, of course, I will go through the starting lineups once again before the match gets underway at 8 p.m. this evening. Well, if you are just tuned in, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Wherever you're tuning in from around the world, if you're tuning in from outside the United Kingdom, bonsoir, buenas noches, guten Abend, guten Abend. Bonanoit? Bonanoit? Oh, I can't bloody pronounce, can't remember what it is. Yeah. If you joined us from Scotland, good evening. If you joined us from Liverpool, good evening. And if you joined us from anywhere else across the globe, a warm welcome. I don't know how to say good evening in every single language. I think the only languages I know how to say it in are Noswiftar, Welsh as well. The only ones I know how to say good evening is English, Welsh, obviously Scotland and Liverpool. I take the piss. French, Spanish, Italian. I want to say Italian. Bonanoit, I believe it is. I'm not 100% sure. Probably said it wrong. German, Dutch. I should know the Danish one. I can't remember. I can't remember how to say it in Denmark now. I can't remember the Danish word for it. I wouldn't care. Bloody learning Danish as well. I know a bit of Danish. Well, not particularly great at pronouncing them. I know how to type it. Good afternoon. Good after. Yeah, that's it. Good after. That's what it is. Right. It's Inter versus Fluminense. It's the team from Italy against the team from Rio de Janeiro. Looking forward to this. A few players in that team that some of you may or may not recognise. Of course, Thiago Silva, the former centre-back for yeah, I think a lot of people will probably only know, obviously, Thiago Silva used to play for Chelsea back in the day, but there is also in there John Arias, who's been playing with Fluminense for many years now. Same goes for German Cano, who's in his late 30s now. Facundo Bernal's a young player, he's 21 at the moment. Nonato joined Fluminense from Santos, but originally played for Internacional. Samuel Xavier, again another player from the Brazilian league. So a lot of players in this team have all either played in, have obviously either been with Fluminense for ages or have been gone from different teams in Brazil. René used to play for Flamengo, but I can't remember if he played for them when they won the Libertadores. So I'm not as sure if he played during the Libertadores. I will say, by the way, that Martinelli is not Gabriel Martinelli, who plays for Arsenal. He is obviously Brazilian, but this is a guy that's been playing for Fluminense all his life. Nonato's been playing in the Brazilian league for a long time. Inacio, their centre back, again, he used to play for Chapecoense as well. And Juan Freitas used to play for. He's played for a few clubs, mainly outside of Brazil. He started off at Newell's Old Boys in Argentina, then went to Rivadavia, and then also played for Lima, Alianza Lima, who obviously are the main side in Peru. And the goalkeeper Fabio is currently 44 years old. Started off his career at Cruzeiro. He's only ever played at Cruzeiro and Fluminense. 44, and he's still playing, which is amazing. Some of the players on the bench, of course. A lot of these players have played in Brazil for a long time. Thiago Santos had a spell at FC Dallas, I think, when Wayne Rooney was probably in charge. Or might have been just before he was in charge, actually. Jefferson Salcedo from Venezuela. Started off in Venezuela and then obviously played for Santos. He's just joined. He's literally, I think, just joined Fluminense, actually. Yeah, he has literally joined Fluminense. And it's his first time in the squad, so he could be making a debut today. P.H. Ganzo, a player who's been playing for Sao Paulo. Santos also had a spell at Sevilla, Amiens, and of course Fluminense. Hercules has been playing for Fortaleza as well as obviously Fluminense. Everaldo been playing for a few different clubs in different countries. His first club was obviously in Brazil, Icasa, and then he played for a team called Figueirense, which I'm not sure what team that is. And then I think the first time he moved outside of Brazil was when he went to play for Al Fasali, a team based in Saudi Arabia, and then he moved on back to Brazil to Novo Horizontino, which is, I believe, based in Horizonte. Then he's been playing in Brazil for a long time. Had a spell though at Kashima Antlers in Japan before going back to Brazil to play for Bahia and Fluminense. Now the referees are coming out. Of course, Freedom are from El Salvador. The fourth official is from the United States, and it's a woman official. The fourth official's a woman official. To be fair, I wasn't sure. I didn't really recognise the name at all. Nice to see a full stadium. Not. It's mostly empty again. Another garbage crowd. Inter Milan, of course, most people will know all of these names from Inter Milan. Jan Sommer, Stefan De Vrij, Bastoni, Damian, former United player, of course. Mainly all players have played in the Champions League final. But a few youngsters added into the team today for Inter. There's a few players in that have actually youth players that could potentially make their full debuts. Giacomo De Pieri could make his senior debut today off the bench. He's only 18 years of age. Matteo Cosci also could make his debut as well. He's been on the bench lately in this tournament, but has not been featured yet. So I wonder if any of the youth players are going to be added into the game. No Jan Bisek due to injury, of course. Hakan Çalhanoğlu is out injured as well. Same with Benji Pavard. And Taremi is out as well. Zino van Huisten has been out for an eternity. Petr Selinski is also out as well with injuries. So a few players out with injuries as well. But quite a lot of injured players for them, which is going to be very annoying for the Inter Milan manager. Let's have a look at the comments. Few comments coming in. Sorry, whilst I was just saying me things. A few comments coming in here. Chester, yeah, never mind the Chester. It's been too hot to sleep. Hope you've been getting up early, young man. I've been asleep and awake the last couple of nights. Inter Milan should have this 3-1. I'm only going for 2-1. I'm not actually ruling out Fluminense whatsoever. Where's the Chester? It's underneath this top, and you're not seeing it because it's not a V-neck. Hallelujah. Hi, doll. Hello. She's just popping in and out. Famous Daddy's been struggling to sleep. Well, who hasn't been struggling to sleep? Hello, Nicola. Thanks for joining us. Ice Bath Podhead. No. Daddy and Smoky John's. The hell, Smoky John's? What do they do? Pizzas. Oh, right. Sounds like a Mayfair boss. Anchovies. Why United fans going crazy over Gyökeres, who he played for Coventry, was absolutely cack. Clearly, you don't watch the Championship if you think Victor Gyökeres was cack at Coventry City. He was the reason why Coventry even got to the stage. He's the only reason they got to the playoffs in the first place. Because let's be honest, when they first got to the playoffs, they wouldn't have got to the playoffs if it wasn't for him. Him and Gustavo Hamer were like the main reason at the time. They were both outstanding, you know. Victor Gyökeres is a top player, but let's be honest, I'd have been very surprised if he did decide to join United, because let's be honest, he'll want Champions League football, and that's what the likes of Arsenal have got. He'll go to a club that's got European football. United have got a season with no European football. So Gyökeres is a class player, but at the end of the day, just wait and see who United can even get. Chain was set up by John Smoky in the 90s since they've been successful business. Smoky, there isn't even a place called Smoky John's as to in Middlesbrough. There isn't a place called Smoky John's in Middlesbrough, I don't think. No, there isn't. There isn't a place called Smoky John's in Middlesbrough. No, it's not. There isn't one based in Middlesbrough. Smoky John. It's in America. Unless you're on about Papa John's. There is a Papa John's in Middlesbrough somewhere. I don't know where it is though. I don't know where in Middlesbrough. There's a Papa John's, Linthorpe, but yeah. There's nothing called Smoky John's in Middlesbrough. I keep telling you this. I've typed in Smoky John's Middlesbrough, and all that's coming up is London. No, there's definitely nothing. North Ormsby is in Middlesbrough, mate. North Ormsby is in Middlesbrough. Unless you're on about a completely different place, but there's definitely nothing. Definitely nothing coming up. So no, there's nothing coming up about it. So there you go. Yeah, I'm fine. Fine. Or Smoking John's. Oh, that's helpful. All it comes up with is about a guy called John who died from smoking. So that's all. Yeah, I'm not taking much notice of that. Oh, here we go. Off and running. Bloody hell, that came around very quickly. Unless it's I don't know. Never mind. I've got more things to worry about than some place that, according to the map, doesn't even exist. That's an error. Jan Sommer's got away with that in the first moments. Jan Sommer had the ball and then got put under pressure and managed to get rid of the ball but caught the play at the same time, I thought. So I'm surprised he didn't give a penalty. VAR, of course, will check it. Christian Chivu, Inter Milan's manager. We haven't gone to VAR, so it looks like there's not going to be a penalty, but what a lousy crowd. Genuinely, I think I've seen more fans at a Borough pre-season game. I've seen more fans at a bloody pre-season game. Terrible attendance. Awful crowd. There's a place nearby called Smoking Joe's, but there's no Smoking John's, so you've got the wrong name. There's a place in Gisborough called Smoking Joe's, but that's as close as you're going to get. There is no Smoking John's on Google Maps, so according to Google Maps, you're chatting shit. A goal! A goal! Fluminense lead! Not even 3 minutes! Woohoo! Oh, wow! Ball into the box, headed in! 1-0 to the Brazilians! Goal to Fluminense! Hello? Ball in, does take a deflection off Bastoni, and then Inter Milan just don't deal with it, and it's headed through Jan Sommer's legs. 1-0 Fluminense, and it's only been 3 minutes. No one expected that. Jose Mourinho there, is he? I don't know if he is. Well, who saw that coming? 1-0 already inside 3 minutes.
Whereas for Inter Milan, Christian Chivu, his players are still in the dressing room at the moment. I think they were taken aback at the speed in which Fluminense started this game. Chivu, who won a FIFA annual tournament of years gone by with Inter Milan. 3 weeks today since he took over. Beaten so far, but already under pressure.
If in doubt, go to Papa John's. I know. Although Papa John's pizzas don't wow me. I'm not massive on Papa John's. The one thing I do like from Papa John's is their cheesy. I like the cheesy dough balls, but pizzas wise, I'm not fussed. Goal du Fluminense! Numero 14! German Kano! Right, okay then. First goal of the game, scored for Fluminense by number 14, German Kano. The score is Inter Milan 0, Fluminense 1. Bloody hell. Foul on Kano. Yep, the man that scored. Where's Daddy? All I know is he was downstairs watching TV a couple of minutes ago. Downstairs watching the telly with the back door open. Got all the doors open. Got the doors open downstairs. Well, the back door anyway, not the front door, but got the back door open downstairs. So. Doesn't have a ticker. No, he's not. Yeah, he's definitely not. He's definitely not. My mum was sat outside earlier on playing a game on her phone, and then Dad's just been sat watching the telly. He's probably, knowing me dad, because my dad has a habit of falling asleep when he's on the sofa, so he's probably half asleep. Long ball forward, here comes Fluminense again. Oh, played all the way back to the goalkeeper by Stefan Define. Jan Sommer took ages to do that. Oh, are you on about Hart? His Hart's fine. That's Hart's fine. Oh. He's an old git. He's bloody not. He's 60, mate. I wouldn't say 60s and old. I wouldn't say 60s old. My cat likes me to have a blanket so we can cuddle. Huh. Well, it's not young, but it's not old. They're what you class as middle age. It's what you class as middle age. Like between anything from about 35 to probably about 65 is classed as like middle age. And then when you get to 65, 70 onwards, then you're classed as old. Oh yeah, my dad's fine. He likes the hot weather. I like it when it's sunny. I just don't like it when it's boiling. Luckily, it's going down to about 18 degrees this week. Against with that. Well, a free kick was actually given. Sleep it in the watch. Should I know what that? Should I be knowing what that means? I don't even know what. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what that is. He's given a free kick to Fluminense, even though I thought it was a foul on the interplay, and the yellow card's been given. Well, who was it? Who was it that actually got booked? Who actually got booked? Aslani. Oh, right. So apparently the announcer now announces when there's a yellow card. The announcer just said, first yellow card of the game, Aslani for Inter. Thank you. As you were born, no clothes. I sleep in shorts. But let's be honest, most lads do that. Most guys do that. Here come Inter, looking to respond immediately. Great save. It was a good shot from DeMarco. Excellent save by Fabio. Daddy doesn't sleep in the bath. You do realise, by the way, if you sleep in the bath, it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous to sleep in the bath, especially if you're actually in the bath and there's water in the bath at the time. It's apparently very dangerous to fall asleep if you're in the bath. I found out because if you have water in it, it is. Also, who's going to sleep in the bath why would anyone sleep in the bath anyway? Like, surely it'd be very uncomfortable trying to sleep in the bath. It'd be very uncomfortable sleeping in the bath. Sleep on a... Well, I would say sleep on a bed, but obviously there's some people, especially in Middlesbrough, that can't, so... Well, that's as far as I'm going. That's as far as I'm going to go. My friend sleeps in the bath in this weather. Probably because the bath's cold. Probably because the bath is cold. Because the actual bathtub won't be very warm, will it? Yeah. Inter 0, Fluminense 1. Fluminense. Who saw this coming? I mean, Fluminense playing... Fluminense causing a shock here. I mean, every time Inter go forward, though, they have got everyone back there. They've got a very defensive approach. It's a bit like Jose Mourinho tactics. You know, when you're against the ball, park the bus, and then when you have the ball, catch them on the break. Hello, Jamie. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine, to be fair. Yeah, not too bad. Can't stay long. I'm at work. This heat's killing me at work. This heat's killing me just sitting in my room. Luckily, I've got the fan facing me, because if I didn't have a fan on facing me, I'd be roasting. The fan's keeping me cool. Luckily, the fan is keeping me cool a little. Well, it's keeping me cool, thankfully. I wonder how much people. I wonder how many people have fans on during this heat. Probably got fans on in half the world. Because you have a crappy fan. AC for the win. My friend works in a kitchen. Not in this weather, I wouldn't. I wouldn't like to be working in a proper kitchen in this heat. No. Nightmare. No, well, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, fair enough, but the heat in there's be just extortionate. Try working in a steel factory. Oh hell. Yeah. Steel factories can get very hot.
We'll come back to him. Slight press from Fluminense, perhaps not as intense as it was in the opening 5 minutes of this game.
Ideal temperature for steel making.
One way to go, so you would have
Steel modelling.
real panic from some of our players down there.
Blimey.
Around, cleared away.
The thing that's used is 900 degrees. $69 degrees plus in the factory. Stupid. Oh, here we go. Food stand, kitchen stand. Here we go. Definitely not. Ridiculous. My sister Samantha does, and the sweat was pouring down. I'm not surprised. No. Oh yeah. Whoa! German Cano's just he's just pushed the referee. He barged the referee. Silly yellow card to give away, really. Capacity 74,000. Yep, and it's mostly empty. Do you know why? Because the match is at 3 p.m. in America. 3 p.m. in America. During work times over there. Like, why? I can't lie, having this tournament in America has been the worst possible thing. And you know, and we've got, I mean, we're going to have crowds as bad as this when the World Cup comes next year because it's in America. And with all the stupid time zones, with all the silly times, it's going to be a nightmare for people. I assume the final's going to have... Surely the semis and the final will have a good crowd. Surely it's going to be good crowds at those games. But again, they're due in the week. Not happening, Scotty. Well, the final this year is the final for this tournament's 8 o'clock at night over here. 8 o'clock in the UK, 3 o'clock over there. 3 o'clock in the afternoon in America, 8 o'clock over here. It'll be hot too. Did you read Jurgen Klopp's comments on this tournament? Oh yeah, he's well. Well, I won't need to worry about that, Scotty, because it won't be happening anyway. The World Cup 2026 is going to be one tournament that I'm barely going to stream. I'm barely going to stream the World Cup. There won't be much in the way of World Cup streams because of all the bloody kickoff times. Plus, I don't even know what's going to be happening in 2026. We don't even know what's going to happen this time next year. Oh, for goodness sake. None of... I don't think any of the kids next door are teens. I'm pretty sure the... I think... Oh. I think the oldest one next door goes to primary school. I think the oldest one over there is about 8, 9. Not very old, quite young. Plus, as far as I know, two of them are in primary school and one of them is a toddler. So you can't really make loads of noise at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, can you really?
breaks down. That's exactly what they're just not
Well, no, most
yeah, and that's going to be one of the central midfielders.
the houses that I'm attached to,
Wing backs.
I think that wall is attached to the bathrooms. I think how it normally works is with these houses is it's bathroom, bedroom. So it'd be from there it'd be bedroom, bathroom, bedroom, bathroom, bedroom, bathroom, bedroom, bathroom. So I think that's how it is. I think everyone's bedrooms, that these bedrooms link to bathrooms. I think that's how it works. Let's be honest, living in terraced houses is shit.
It's a nice ball, but cut out brilliantly by Ignacio. He had to because Turan was lurking. That seems to be the most
Shit
likely
living in terraced houses.
source of joy. Just down that left-hand side, DeMarco and Bastoni
You can't really do shit.
going over as well at times.
The old house I used to live in, the house I used to live in back in the day used to be, it was a detached house. Back in the day, my house used to be a detached house. And then we ended up moving in 2011.
Trying to take out for Inter Milan players there. The odds were always against him. Well done in that situation.
Nah. Unfortunately, no, we're not.
Inter Milan didn't have the ball on the ground at first was the priority.
You would see the peephole because you'd be able to see the peephole because you'd see a hole in the wall. You would see a hole in the wall that goes through to the
Comes without the ball.
the bathroom.
Nice turn, lovely from John Arias.
But also there's
Fluminense have an attacking all
there's
right.
so many pipes and stuff in between the walls you can't do anything.
Martinelli and Xavier. To Amato, who turn it to Xavier.
When the World Cup was in the United States, I watched the final with the sound turned down.
The referee thinks Donato was a little too
That's a foul.
impactful.
No. Midway through, I'm surprised they haven't done a cooling break yet, because they normally do. They've been doing cooling breaks lately in the
And it's
halfway through the first half and halfway through the second half. They've been doing it lately.
see what he's got in his locker. Absolutely clatters into Thiago Silva. That's a wall to run into, isn't it? That was a crucial get out.
Is it still fizzy? It's been me a while.
Over towards Turan. Does he want it?
Bye.
No, he doesn't. That passage of play is the first time we've seen it where one of the forwards, even Rama Martinez, has dropped off and none of the centre backs have got with it.
It's alright. It's not exactly fizzy, but
Fluminense
it's not exactly fizzy, but it'll do.
just not able to get enough direction and control of the strike. What a thinking for Christian Chiba to do. Palmer, he was only in charge there for a matter of months.
She's not here on. She's not normally here on a Monday anyway. She's not here today anyway.
Coach Inter's youth sides as well in his early management days.
Nah.
Milan bench actually, and he coached a lot of the players in their under-20s.
I'm gonna grab the other bottle.
Maybe they'll be in use later. That's a brilliant ball.
I'm gonna grab the other bottle from downstairs. I think.
Mkhitaryan.
I'm not drinking flat shit.
Swung the ball, but they found a way to get it to Arias. Being closed down by Mkhitaryan, turns one way, then the other gets past him. Next up in line is Bastoni to work his way past him. He's done that as well. Brilliant. There's a reason he's the star man of this team. Colombia.
Oh, it's a foul. Edge the box. Just on the edge. There's someone... Someone's drunk about a quarter of this. Oh yeah, Mia had a cup of it a couple of nights ago. Or was it Mia? Or did I drink it? I can't really remember. She had a cup of my drink the other night, but I can't remember if it was me or... No, sorry, no. It was me. What the hell? Get up. Right. Free kick for Inter. Shite. I mean, there's more Fluminense fans than there is Inter fans. It might not have been me, to be fair. I'm not sure if it was me or me. Well done. Just got a nice lolly. That's nice. Oh. Is that a free kick? Yeah, corner came in. It was pushing. Free kick to Fluminense. Not going well for Inter Milan. Only one team from Brazil has qualified for the quarters, and that was Palmeiras beating Botafogo. Well, so far, Fluminense are joining them. Ignore the Discord, right? Would you get out of bed for me at 6 if there was a spider in the bath? If there's a spider in the bath, no, it's nothing to do with me. Normally, the first person to notice a spider, if there was a spider in the bathroom, it's normally me dad. No, see, I can't see shit without my glasses on. Well, that's irrelevant. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who's got bad wind. What a silly question. Go on, play it. Go on, have a go. Oh! Yo! Damn it, I thought I was going to be 2-0. If someone punches you in the face smashing your glasses, you're fucked. Well, pretty much, because me vision's without me glasses, like anything in front of me is blurred, and everything's blurry in front of me without me glasses. Everything's blurry. Yeah, my vision's shite. I mean, on the scale, apparently my eyesight is at -7.5. -7.5, my eyesight. -7.5 eyes.
wing-backs.
No.
He's nowhere to be seen. Arias took full advantage and just the deflection from this ball took 3 Inter Milan players out of the game. And then kind of just had the presence of mind to be in the right place at the
Oh, here we are. How bad is my eye prescription? It's at a minus 7.5. Which I do know.
Opportunities for Inter Milan. A lot of that was with the switch of play. Good save from Fabio. But that's what they've been doing in particular. The switch of play from the right to the left. Good strike from DeMarco, but equally good save from Fabio. Make sure it remained 1-0. I think every minute on that touchline was Renato Gaucho. And this was the one just before the water break. It really should have been made 2-0 by Javier.
Is minus 6.5 bad? Significant short. Yeah, so I'm significantly short-sighted because I've got a minus 7.5 rating, which minus 7.5 prescription, which distant objects are very blurry. So even if I look at someone, they're blurry without my glasses. So I'm extremely short-sighted. Fuck me. Didn't realise. What age did you start wearing specs?
Well, it was after that photo. Now that photo was
Martin Grove.
2010, 2011, September 2010 I started then, and I think that might have been towards the end. What was it? Start of the year. That's 2010, 2011, around that time.
So I think it was in my. I think it was actually in my final year of primary school, which would have been 2012, 2013. So I think it was about 2012. I think I've had it for about 13 years. About 2012, I think I started having glasses. So yeah. In terms of visibility, it's shit, yeah. No, not really. It wasn't. No, not 10. Yeah, sorry, no, that's how old it was. Sorry, 10. So 2012, yeah, would be 10 years old. Yeah, sorry, no, you are right. Got an ECG tomorrow. Fair enough. So I was just saying, by the way, I was saying Fluminense were almost 2-0 up, by the way. There was a shot from probably about 25 yards, actually, right in the centre, 25 yards out. Was hit by, if I can find out the name, find out who it was, actually, again. Was hit by Arias, the striker. Was well saved by Jan Sommer. Parried straight back to another Fluminense player who dragged the shot wide, but I think the offside flag was up in the end. So far the stats are 4 shots, 1 on target for Inter, 3 shots, 2 on target for Fluminense. So far, so good if you're a Fluminense fan. Heading through as it stands, but obviously Inter Milan do know how to score goals. And they do know how to come back from behind. They are unbeaten in this tournament, so are Fluminense though. So both teams unbeaten. I don't think there's going to be much in this game, and so I only went for 2-1, but it could end up being 1-0. It could be 1-1. We could go to extra time. Fluminense could go 2 or 3-0 up. We don't know what's going to happen. So basically, you're fucked if you're in a fight and they knock off their glasses. Well, I'm classed as a vulnerable person anyway. I've always been classed as a vulnerable person. I don't like to admit it, but I am a vulnerable guy. One thing I hate being called, right, and I'll say it, no one in the live chat says this to me, by the way, because if you ever say this to me, by the way, you'll get instantly blocked, and I mean it. So this is one to everyone. Some things that I hate being called, and I got called it in school and you name it, and I hated it, and I am going to say bad language here, so I will warn you in advance. But some of the things I got called, specky, which I hate. Well, specky, which, if it's someone I know, and I know that they're saying it as a joke, then I can cope with that. Like me and Liam will call us each other. Me and Liam sometimes call each other specs or specky as a joke. But we know each other. We've known each other for years. You know, we've known each other for years. We know that we're saying it as a joke. But when someone says it in a rude manner to you, I don't have time for that. You know, I don't have time for that. If it's been aimed at me in a rude manner, if it's as a joke, fair. If it's in as a joke, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. But if it's been said in a rude manner, like if I swore at Liam and then said Specky as a in a really rude manner, he would be annoyed. Like, and so would I. But there's a few other words I've been called that I absolutely hate. There's another one beginning with S. That's well, I'm not going to say it, but it's SPACCA. I hate that, and no one repeated in the chat, by the way. But I hate that word. Ooh. And another one that I hate being called is disabled. I hate when someone says to me, "You're disabled." Oh, you should be in a wheelchair. You're not disabled if you're not in a wheelchair. I've got a top downstairs somewhere that says not all disabilities are visible. I hate people who say to me and judge me, and like, I've had it. Have you not had it in the Middlesbrough bus station once by a security guard? I don't know who it was, but he had a face like a smacked ass, and I wanted to punch the twat. Put it that way. But I once got. This was it was last year. I can't really remember. I wouldn't care. I don't think he works there anymore because I haven't seen him ever since. But there was one time where I have my own radar key, which means I can use the disabled toilet. I am disabled anyway, so anyone who has, whether it's a visible disability, anyone who's classed as having disabilities is entitled to use the disabled toilet. You don't have to be in a wheelchair to use it. And you know, and this guy thought that he was Mr. Superior and was trying to stop me from using the disabled toilet because apparently I'm not disabled because I'm not in a wheelchair. I told him quite straight. I said, not all disabilities are visible, you fucking twit. I told him to piss off and leave me alone, and he walked away and I walked out, and I was not happy about it. I walked out so that I walked away, and then once he pissed off, I went back to the toilet and went in. You do not stop someone from using the disabled toilet, even if you don't think that they're disabled. If you think someone's disabled, if you think someone's not disabled, right, because if you... how do I say it? That's 2-0! It's 2-0! It's 2-0! I'm sorry, yeah, no, no, I hate people who say, oh, you're not disabled because you're not in a wheelchair. Just... You know what I say to people who do that? I say, quite simply, piss off, you twat. Simple as that. Oh, he's offside. He's going to be offside. Sorry to be rude to everyone, by the way, but that's literally what I say to anyone that says that to me. I will go off it at them, and I don't care who it is. You can't say that to someone who's disabled. Like, oh, you're not disabled because you're not in a wheelchair. Who the fuck are you to talk? Like, no. Yeah, I'm talking in general, by the way, Graham. It's because, I was talking about, like, no goal, no. No, I was talking in general. That I hate people who just say that you're not disabled because you're not in a wheelchair. I think they're just ignorant bastards. Fluminense did score. However, the goal went to VAR and has been disallowed for offside. And it's not from the crossing's fine. It's when it's headed forward, he's onside. But then, when it's headed at the back stick towards the centre, the player who actually scores the header, it is in an offside position, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, it's not 2-0 to Fluminense. I was hoping it would have been. That would have been That would have just been amazing. Inter get away with it. Whilst all that was happening, Inter had a free kick, by the way, a few moments ago, which was straight to the goalkeeper. You know. Here in the United States, so many people can't walk more than 20 metres, especially in Houston. And what a pit. They eat too much. Right. Yeah. I say, apparently America's not particularly great for, how do I say it? Apparently America's not particularly a great place with regards to overweight people and stuff like that. Apparently there's... Because, you know, you see all these documentaries on TV and there's always like... And it's always about someone living in America. Like, it's always people living in America that are overweight. And like, I don't know what's it called. It's on one of the American channels, to be truthfully honest. It is on one of the American channels. You know, but you see all these documentaries and you just think to yourself, how do you let that happen? How do you let that happen? I mean, I'll admit, before I started the gym in February, March time, I weighed in excess of £300. I weighed I think it was about £310, I think. Which is about 141 kilos. So I weighed in excess of £300. Now, as the months have gone on, I've been going to the gym and changing my ways of things. I've lost... I think I've gone from 310 in a few months to about 297, something like that. In about 3 or 4 months, it's not bad. So it does show you what, it shows you it shows you how big a difference does. You know, can make a difference changing things up. Yeah, I see all these stories and stuff, and I'm thinking, there was one guy that lived. It was on one of these. Again, it was one of these other overweight shows. And it was about a guy who was having something like gastric surgery or something. And he was in excess of 68 stone. Or something like that. And he actually lived in Norfolk. He lived in Norwich. I can't remember what it was, but it was someone in excess of 68 stone that lived in Norwich and then had major gastric surgery or something. It was years ago. I can't remember what it was or when it was. I got man boobs. Are hard to get rid of. Join the gang. Welcome to Daz's Tit Stand, ladies and gentlemen, where we talk about people's tits. No, they're annoying. They do get annoying sometimes. I'm losing my weight slowly, bit by bit. Yeah, doing alright. Thanks for that. Yeah. I used to get called Ghost in school because I'm so pale. I'm surprised you didn't get called Lewis Capaldi, Harry. Did he do the security arrest? What the fuck's the security arrest? No. Well, you could see I wasn't happy. And then he just wouldn't let me use it. So I was like, ugh. I was like, piss off then. So I walked off, and then he eventually walked away. And as he walked away, I just started. I was sneaking back to the bloody. I sneaked back to the toilet again. Wasn't going to win against me. If someone fighted you in the street and smashed your glasses in half, what happens here? Well, to be fair, I'm fucked. If someone's fighting me and I can't see, then I'm fucked, pretty much. I've lost the fight immediately, so. I'd know what was happening, but I I wouldn't be able to see very well.
Organised Fluminense defensive setup.
Yeah, well, that's the disadvantages of. That's the bad thing about being fairly blind. Well, yeah. If that happens, then I'm absolutely fucked. There's no doubt about it. The fourth fish has indicated a minimum of 7 minutes of added time. 7 minutes. Half of that'll be the cooling break. No, I don't, but I never get involved. I never get involved in fights. I've never been one for fighting, to be fair. I've never really been one for fighting, but like I say, you don't know when anyone. You don't know if anyone's gonna just start on you. People these days, especially where I live, will just start on any bugger. They'll just start on anyone. They start on whoever they like. Nah, I keep out of the. I keep out of all that. I keep out of all that. Hello. So his foot offside, but the ball is onside. What? The ball's onside. No, so Matt, he I know what you mean, but when you play a pass forward, if the player next to you is going to pass it to the side to play it to you, you have to be either in line. Your entire body has to be exactly either in line or behind the ball. Your entire body has to be behind the ball. Otherwise, if part of your body is ahead of the ball, you'll be classed as offside. That's how it works. So it's not all about being ahead of the last defender, but it's all about being. If you've already got the ball and you're going to play it to someone next to you, and you want them on the keeper, you've got to make sure that you're behind the ball. You have to stay back. You don't want to go ahead of the ball, otherwise it's offside. What is going on here? Well, something's just gone on. The Fluminense manager has received a yellow card. Renato Portaluppi. New to the channel, says Rudy. Hello. Yeah, it's a nightmare, but let's not carry on about. Let's not go on and on about it. We've got a game to do. People have come to listen to the game, so we've got a game to do. Let's focus on that, everyone. So, whilst I try and work out what the fuck has just gone on here, let me go back and have a look, see what the hell's just happened, because there was something was going on. The Fluminense manager got booked, so it was just after. So a long ball came forward. Fabio kicked it out of play. And what happened? It was Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan. The manager was. It was the manager mainly. What happened? So Mkhitaryan's going to collect the extra ball from the side of the field, and the manager decides to kick the ball away from him, and then goes head to head with Mkhitaryan. How did Mkhitaryan not get booked then for his reaction? How did Mkhitaryan not... Mkhitaryan did not get booked for his reaction, though. You can't... Like... How did Mkhitaryan not get booked for that, though? And then all the subs have got involved, started barging him. I mean, the manager rightly got booked, because he went head to head as well. Bit of an idiot. But why did Mkhitaryan not get booked for that as well? Plenty of yellow cards, by the way. So we've had a yellow card off the field. That was the manager. But on the field, we've had Aslani getting booked, Bastoni getting booked, and Rennes getting booked. All three of them will be missing the quarter-final, if their team gets there, obviously. Rennes, obviously, for Fluminense, if they get there, and obviously Asllani and Bastoni, if Milan Inter get there. Cano got booked, and so did Freitas. So we've had 5 yellow cards. 6 if you include the manager as well. We've had an offside goal. We've had 7 minutes of added time. Ridiculous. We've had Royal Rumble at half time. Jose Mourinho going back to Chelsea? Not to my knowledge, he's not. As far as I know, they're still keeping Enzo Maresca. It's just... is Jose Mourinho still in charge of Fenerbahce? Is he still in charge of Fenerbahce? Yeah, it is Fenerbahce, isn't it? Yeah, manager of Fenerbahce. No, he's still a Fenerbahce as far as I know. Ball in for Inter. Headed in the air and then headed over the bar. Not to be a corner. Yeah. How vile are them Inter Milan shirts? Horrid. To be fair, I quite like them. I think they're quite... I think they're snazzy, to be honest with you, mate. I think they're quite snazzy. Which part of the UK are you? London? No. Mile from there. So I live in Middlesbrough, which is 60 minutes south of Newcastle upon Tyne. So to put it simple, there's a lot of people who don't live in the UK don't know who Middlesbrough are. Middlesbrough, where I live, our team are in the 2nd division of English football. They're in the English Football League Championship, and not long ago got rid of Michael Carrick as a manager and brought in Rob Edwards from Luton as the manager. So yeah, or soccer as they say in America. So yeah, Newcastle United is literally an hour north of where Middlesbrough is. So if you're in, if you come into Middlesbrough from Newcastle, you're going down the A1M south. So you're going or the A19 south. Like Newcastle is in the north-east, along with Middlesbrough, Sunderland. You got Newcastle, then Sunderland, a couple of miles south, and then about 30 miles south from Sunderland is Middlesbrough. And then obviously the next biggest team from Middlesbrough is probably... The next really big team is probably Leeds. So we're basically based in North East, but we're literally about 60 minutes from Newcastle, really. We're known for the Tyne Tees Derby, Middlesbrough Newcastle Tyne Tees Derby, and the Tees Weir Derby, which is Sunderland versus Borough. So, but I'm from that part of the United Kingdom. Let's be honest, it's one of the scruffiest places to live. And I don't think many Borough fans can disagree with that, because the town is becoming more and more scruffy and bad as the days go on. Middlesbrough's a pretty well supported team. Yeah. I mean, Borough normally get about. I think our season average for this season was about 24,000. So about 24,000 is normally the average attendance that you get at the Riverside. About 24, 25. That's the average. And the stadium holds about 32,000. About a 32,000 seater, our stadium. It says it's supposed to be 34,000 seater, but ever since the changes, the maximum we get in this when the stadium's sold out, it's only 32,000. So I'd say we sell out about. I mean, we probably, average-wise, we probably sell out about 75% of the stadium. Attendance-wise, about 75% of the stadium. We don't sell out the stadium unless it's a really big game. Boxing Day normally sells out. It's normally 30,000, but not very often do Borough get 30,000. It is normally about 23, 24,000. So about 3/4 of it. Are you doing the City game later? No, it's at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the morning over here. 2 a.m. in the United Kingdom, because obviously the game's taking place in... Where is the Man City game taking place? Well, this game's taking place in Charlotte. I know that. Where else are you playing? Orlando, Florida. They're about 6 hours. About 6 hours behind. So, yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning is probably about 8 o'clock at night over in Orlando, Florida. So, yeah, wait. I would have to be up at 2 a.m. to watch the game and then go to bed, if it goes to extra time, about 4, half 4. And nah, definitely not. The Premier League's taken off in the States. So many United and Arsenal tops. Yeah, well, that's nothing unusual. You get that in most of the big cities, mainly. From New York City, thanks for joining us from the US. Yeah, 2 people joined us from the United States. Nice, thank you very much. I assume it'll be mid-afternoon where yous are. Mid-afternoon. Oh, 9 p.m. in Florida. 9 p.m. Florida, so 5 hours, yeah. No, that would make sense, because most of the games have... A lot of the places in the United States are about 5 hours behind. 9 p.m. in the US. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Makes sense, doesn't it? So the time now will probably be about almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon then for the likes of there. But although the thing is, you guys are tuning in from America, and there's plenty of different time zones. There's different time zones in the United States, but I don't know where. And yes, Houston. So Houston, what time's it in Houston? So they're 6 hours behind. So they're 6 hours behind in Texas. So it's 3 o'clock. Just going to 3 o'clock over there. New York City, NYC, Easy Street, where you sleep till noon. Yeah. It's a song. Easy Street's a song for Manny, which apparently was based around New York City. Because one of the songs is NYC and stuff, so... Sorry, me iron boots spat out. NYC time. So the 5 hours behind in New York. No, I don't. To be fair, mate, I don't do music festivals. I'll go to like... I've been to 2 concerts. One that was indoors and one that was in an arena, and one that was outside at a race course. And that was well, both of them were madness, to be fair. They were both madness. But other than that, I don't do music festivals and stuff. So, have you blocked anyone last couple of minutes? No, not to my knowledge. No. People come in and then come out. That's what they do. You thinking they can come back? Pfft. If this first half's anything to go by, mate, no. Fluminense could have been. I mean, they should have been 2-0 up. They've had some good chances, but they just haven't taken them. And then obviously that headed goal for 2-0, which was offside. Bit unlucky, but it was offside at the end of the day. But Fluminense have done very well to be 2-0 up. I mean, Inter have had more. They've had probably more opportunities, but they have been wasteful. I mean, the only shots on target really have been from DeMarco's free kicks, and they've been pretty much straightforward for the goalkeeper. So the keeper's barely been tested. No clear-cut chances for Inter. 5 shots, 2 on target, with 66% of the ball. Inter are always going to see more of the ball, aren't they? Fluminense will just be literally try and defend and then catch them on the break, which is what I thought they would do anyway, to be fair. As I knew Fluminense weren't going to dominate possession. They were never going to see much of the ball, let's be honest. But when they have had the ball, to be fair, Fluminense, when they've had the ball, they've done some good things with it. They've created 2 big chances, scored inside 3 minutes through a header, had a shot from distance which was well saved by Jan Sommer, then the follow-up was wide. You know, Fluminense could really be 2-0 up. If they go 2-0 up, it's certainly going to be a long way back for Inter. And also, a lot of the players in this game are on tight ropes. I will remind you that in the second half, Cano, Freites and Rene are all on yellow cards for Fluminense. So they get any more yellows there off. Bastoni and Aslani have both been booked as well for Inter Milan. So both of them are on tight ropes as well. And also the Fluminense manager needs to watch what he's doing because he's already on a yellow card. He'll be sent off otherwise. So interesting to see what's going to happen in the second half. It should be good. If Fluminense win, then Mai is going to be one of the biggest shocks of... It'll be the shock of the round of 16s. Like, it'll be the biggest shock in round 16. My mouth. Don't forget, whoever wins this, by the way, will play the winner of the game that takes place at 2 o'clock in the morning. And that is Man City Al Hilal. Let's be honest. If Fluminense are against Manchester City, with the way Manchester City have been playing lately in this tournament, I don't see them doing well. And Man City battered Juventus, remember. Wigan Athletic used to wear fancy dress to go to every home game as empty seats. Wigan Athletic's home crowd is embarrassingly bad. Their home support is just the worst. It is so bad, honestly. I think Fleetwood's ground doesn't hold much. The likes of Fleetwood, Barnet, Fleetwood, Barnet, Bromley, Barrow, the smaller grounds. I think they get better attendances than Wigan. It's embarrassing. Wigan's bitty home support's garbage. Shaping up to be a City PSG final. I don't know. I certainly wouldn't rule out Real Madrid. I wouldn't rule out Real Madrid in these tournaments. They have won this tournament about 4 or 5 times. How many times have Real Madrid won it? Accolades, here we go. Continental worldwide FIFA Club World Cup, they've won it 5 times. Who's the record holders? Oh, it is Real Madrid. Real Madrid are the most successful side. Manchester City, though, were the last team to win the Club World Cup title. They were the last team to win it. Real Madrid have won it a record 5 times. Yeah, none of the Brazilian sides have won the FIFA Club World Cup since 2012. And that was Corinthians. They weren't a bad side back in the day. They fell apart. They've fallen apart ever since. They were a good side back in the day, but nowadays they're just... Nowadays they're just garbage. So the teams that have actually won it: Man City, Inter, Man United, AC Milan, Internacional, Sao Paulo, Corinthians, Liverpool, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Fluminense have got to one final. That was in 2023. They got to the final in 2023. Palmeiras got to the final in 2021. The Brazilian clubs seem to have done rather well in these tournaments. So let's be honest. If PSG, Palmeiras, Fluminense, let's say, Juventus, etc. Any of them win it, and we've got a new winner of the trophy. But yeah, see, when Real Madrid have got to the final, they've never lost. They've got to 5 finals and won all of them. So you don't know what's going to happen. I've already said, Scotty, no, I have not blocked anyone. I haven't blocked anyone tonight, so no one's been blocked tonight. Wigan Championship promotion season. Wigan bought 56 fans to Priestfields in April. That is so shit. What did they do? Come in a taxi? That's garbage. Right, well, we're at half time. Oh shit, I haven't... All this time I've been talking about the game and everything, and I haven't bloody reset the clock. Sorry, we were at half time nearly 10 minutes ago. We were at half time a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, should be getting onto the second half shortly. We are actually, the players are actually coming out for the second half now, so no point. There's no point in me going for any breaks. There's no point in going to a break because the second half's going to get underway shortly. Inter Milan coming out onto the field again. Wonder if there's going to be any changes at half time. Doesn't look like there's any changes. Doesn't look like Inter have made any changes at the start of the half. Fluminense players are all coming back out. No changes for them by the looks of it. I don't see any different numbers to what's already on here. Doesn't look like either team's made a sub at half time then. Well, we'll no doubt find out. Time for the second half, ladies and gents. Bayern could win it. Bayern could win it, but let's be honest. I don't see Bayern beating PSG. With the way PSG have been playing, I don't see Bayern beating them. And even if Bayern do beat them, they'll have Real Madrid in the semi-finals. And again, I don't see if Bayern don't win against Real Madrid. And with the way PSG are playing at the moment, I wouldn't really put anything against them winning it, to be fair, because PSG are looking really good. There'll be a red card. Yeah, I think there could be at this rate. There's been plenty. This referee from El Salvador's been given yellow cards galore. Quick reminder, of course, of the Quick reminder, of course, of the match officials for today's game. The referee and the assistant referees are all from El Salvador. Referee is Ivan Barton. The assistant referees David Moran and Antonio Pipiro. Fourth official is from the United States. He's actually from the MWSL, the Women's Soccer League, and it is Tori Penzol. River Plate. What about River Plate? Could have sworn River Plate got knocked out of this tournament. Could have sworn they got knocked out. Didn't they? Yeah, Palmeiras will play Chelsea. The winner of this will play against Man City or Al Hilal. And then the winner... Alright, so Fluminense as it stands will play Man City or Al Hilal. Whoever wins that quarterfinal will play against Palmeiras or Chelsea in the semis. PSG play Bayern in the quarters. Real Madrid play Juventus. Dortmund play against Monterrey of Mexico. The winner of those two games goes head-to-head in the fourth quarter-final, and the winner plays PSG Bayern in the semis. So, could be some tasty, could be some interesting games. No, yeah, they're out. Not as embarrassing as Boca 1-1 with Auckland. Yeah, that was poor by Boca Juniors. Yeah, River Plate didn't make a round 16. No, they got knocked out. They got knocked out in the group stage. Who was there? Who was in their group again? They were in the same group as Inter Milan and Monterrey. Monterrey and Inter Milan both qualified. Monterrey beat Urawa 4-0. River Plate lost to Inter, which meant that because River Plate lost and Monterrey won, Monterrey took second spot. So the team from Mexico are through to the round 16s. By the way, we've never had a Mexican side reach the final. No team from Mexico has ever reached the Club World Cup final. And I don't think Monterrey will either, because they've got Dortmund. So, yeah. By the way, good spelling, Matt. Embarrassing. You mean embarrassing, which is what I was meant to say. I haven't blocked a new person. We've had none of the new people have been blocked, so just me. Poll, by the way, who's going to be in the quarters? 29% of you think Fluminense, 71% gone with Inter. We've had 21 votes so far, so make sure you keep getting involved in that. Second half already underway. No subs made at half time by either of these sides, so we stick with the exact same lineups. And a reminder of Inter's starting 11, which is still the team on the field. Jan Sommer, Denzel Dumfries, Stefan De Vrij, Marcus Thuram, Lautaro Martinez, Christian Aslani, Emig Mkhitaryan, Nico Barella, Federico De Marco, Matteo Darmian, and Francesco. No, sorry. That's not his name. Alessandro Bastoni. Why did I say Francesco? That's the wrong player. And a reminder of Fluminense's starting lineup. Fabio is the goalkeeper, and then you've got Samuel Xavier, Thiago Silva, Inacio, Facundo Bernal, Rene, Martinelli, German Cano, Nonato, John Arias, and Juan Freitas. And don't forget, obviously, all those subs, no subs made by either side. So there we go. Never say never. Defo worth getting up at 2 in the morning and be a top match. Yes, I'm not gonna be getting up at 2 in the morning when I have to be up at 9 o'clock in the morning anyway. I'm not staying up till 4 in the morning when I need to be up at 9 because I'm doing me charity shop voluntary. I'm doing me volunteering on Tuesday. I do me voluntary work on a Tuesday and Thursday. I do my charity shop work Tuesday and Thursday, and I'll be up at 9 o'clock. So I don't really want to be working on 4 or 5 hours sleep. Even though let's be honest, these days I can't sleep anyway. If I find when I go to bed, if I find I can't bloody if I find after a few hours I can't sleep, then I'll probably just give up and I don't know, but I doubt I'll be watching it. Not at that time in the morning. I don't even know if that game's on. Oh, it is on Channel 4. Channel 5. I'm off till Friday, going to catch up on some footy. Lucky you. Thinks Inter will have a stronger second half. No, they should do, to be fair. They should do. I will say, by the way, I'm glad we've actually got an American person that calls it footy and football instead of soccer. Because there's a few people I know who watch the streams, they get fed up of people calling it soccer. So, yeah, it's makes a change having an American calling it footy rather than soccer. Because obviously in America, people don't realise that football in America is NFL, which is basically it's similar to rugby. It's very similar to rugby, to be truthfully honest. It's a bit like rugby in a way. He could hit that. Good luck. Hello. Yes, hello, Dal. ASMR sleep or listen to fan video. I'll probably be lying with a bloody fan blowing at me. Best. Triple substitution brought to you by Darrell Johnson for Inter Milan. Leaving the field is number 2, Denzel Dumfries. Also leaving the field is number 22, Henrik Mkhitaryan. And also leaving the field number 21, Christian Aslani. And coming on the field to replace them, number 45, Valentin Carboni. Number 8, Petar Sucic. And number 11, Luis Enrique. I was born in Europe, born in Belarus. Belarusi. Belarusian. Fair enough. Born in Belarus, but live in the United States. In that case, Vitayim. Which, if you don't know, is Belarusian for welcome. Vitayim, if I pronounced it correctly. Similar. I think Vitayim. I don't know if it might be in Belarus. It's what most countries say around that region. Vitayim. Awesome. Vitayim? I think it's Vitayim. In Minsk. So your childhood club will be, I would assume, Dinamo? I assume your childhood football club would be Dinamo Minsk? Which would make sense. The biggest club in Minsk and the biggest club in Belarus. Minsk is the capital of Belarus. Is it? Is it really? Well done. Well done. I didn't fucking know that. I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me. I knew that. Oh, wow. Tell me something I didn't know. If I'm speaking to me fellow American, I call it soccer. Oh, yeah. I'm just screen recording it for. I'm going to send it to Liam, that bloody Minsk thing. Biggest club in Minsk and the biggest club in Belarus. Minsk is the capital of Belarus. Is it? So you've been watching the football since the 80s? So is Dinamo Minsk your so Dinamo Minsk is your childhood club? Because obviously you were born in Minsk. So I assume that was the club you watched growing up, which would have been Dinamo Minsk, because they're the main team. Dinamo, yes, but I don't follow them. Also, we just say Privet, as Russian was taught as the main language back in the USSR days. Privet. Privet. Well, that means hello, according to this. See, I typed welcome, and it says on here Vitayem. Underneath the critic, it says Vitayem.
Everybody just stood and watched for Ignacio's effort.
You see, Vitayem it says Vitayem on it, but okay. Well, you're Belarusian, so you'll probably know better than me. Da is yes in Russian and good in Welsh. Also, da is yes in Romanian. Da is yes it's also yes in Romanian because we have a lot of Romanians that live in Middlesbrough, and when they say yes, they say da or da, something like that. Privyet. Just say privet. Privyet. Privyet, okay. Privyet. See, I'd have said privet. Although I suppose, yeah. Is the E pronounced with a Y or something? Is that why it's pronounced privyet? I don't know. I'm getting taught a few things here. Getting taught about the Well, welcome to a lesson in Belarusian. Luckily, I've maintained my Russian. Yeah, fairs. Capital of Europe is Brussels. Isn't that the capital of the United Nations? Although that's where a lot of the European nations. That's the European Union. Brussels. Oh, it's interesting. Like I say, I'm always one for having a go. You know, I'm always one of those that has a. You know, I mean, I like having a go at different languages. You know, I mean, I speak. You know, bits of Spanish, bits of French, bits of Polish. Bits of Danish, bits of German, well, quite a lot of German, bits of Dutch, you know, bits of Scouse as well. Welcome back, good evening. Liverpool are the best club. Yeah, if you're in Liverpool, by the way, and you talk to a Scouser, you need an umbrella. That's you pronounce it close. Yeah, it's not easy to pronounce actually. Substitutions 40 by Darrell Johnson for Fluminense, leaving the field number 8 Martinelli, coming on number 45 Lima. Also leaving the field number 16 Nonato, coming on is number 35 Hercules. Which welcome are you saying? Are you saying welcome come in or welcome in response to thank you? I didn't know there was different ways of saying it. Like, well, when I literally went on to Google Translate a few moments ago, I just typed in welcome. You know, like in Polish, welcome is witamy, and in German, it's herzlich willkommen, like welcome to so and so. But when I typed it in on air, it just said Vitayem, which turns out to be incorrect. Shows you can never trust Google Translate sometimes. So what I was saying is, as if I was saying, so what I was trying to say, I was saying welcome to, as in like, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Or welcome from, or welcome from the welcome to the UK. Dobro oh fucking hell. I'm gonna butcher this. Dobro Postalovat. Dobro Postalovat. Is the said pronounced as a SH? Because, oh no, that'd be S said. Dobro Postalovat. Whoa, wow! Arias has just had a shot from outside the box, and it looked like it was going to go into the far corner, just wide. Let's have a look at this again. He's finessed it into the far corner. Oh, it's a great save. What a save. I thought it was wide. It's actually saved by Jan Sommer. Excellent save. Double push it. Don't want him in the chat. See you later. I'm gonna say fucking wrong. Privia is informal. Privia is informal. So there's ways of saying it. Oh, try to catch the goalkeeper and some off the goal line. It wasn't gonna work. So there's a formal way and an informal way. Because I know there's formal and informal ways of saying things in German, but I never knew that there was a formal and informal way of saying welcome. Like, in Germany they just say, like, in German, it's normally just herzlich willkommen, which means welcome in German. And there's no formal or informal way about it. Like, if you're saying it in a formal way, it'd be a Guten Abend, herzlich willkommen. Or if you're talking to your mate, it's if you welcome someone in, it's if you welcome in someone to England, it'd be Hallo Leute, herzlich willkommen in England. So, like, we just say it. See, in German, they just say herzlich willkommen. And by the way, it's herzlich willkommen, which just means welcome, whether it's informal or formal. I didn't realise it was. It's obviously, I mean, it is Cyrillic, isn't it? Like, Cyrillic's like the main. It's sort of like I think that's what we call like the main like alphabet, etc. It's like Cyrillic is it Cyrillic or is it Cyrillic? Like Cyrillic's the like when I'm on GeoGuessr and it's a stadium or something in Russia or something, you can tell by the writing. It's just like, but it gets confusing because there's so many countries in Europe that actually use Cyrillic in their language. There's a letter in Russian that you can't replicate in English, so it's not one-to-one. I think I might know which one it is. Is it the I might know which one it is. Is it the backwards R? Is it the R that... Is it... Because in the UK, the letter R would be like that. So that's how we write R. But there's an R but it points the other way in Russian. So instead of pointing up and right, it points up and left. In Russian. I don't know if you're on about that letter. I assume you're on about that letter. I don't exactly know. So it was just come off. Substitution for Fluminense leaving the field is the goal scorer number 14, German Cano. Coming on the field is number 9, Everaldo. Substitution for Inter Milan as well. Leaving the field for Inter is number 9, Marcus Thuram. And coming on the field to replace him is number 70, Sebastiano Esposito. Who comes on, by the way, to make his Inter Milan debut. No, sorry, not his Inter Milan debut. Making his first senior Inter Milan appearance since 2020. So he left Inter Milan in 20. He played in the 20. He left Inter Milan in 2020 to go to Spal, Venezia, Basel, Anderlecht, Bari, Sampdoria, Empoli. He was all on loan by the looks of it. Claim for handball here. Russian has a letter not found in English, which is that. Yeah, it's the backwards R. There's an R that's up and points left in Russian, and then there's also the normal the capital R, which would be in English, which is this. That's the capital R in English, but in Russia it's the other way around. So I don't actually know what that. I don't even know what. Yeah, Russian. By the way, Russian is a language that I will never learn. I will never learn it because trying to look at some of the words in Russian is far, far too complicated. It's way too complicated. Trying to learn Cyrillic, I will never learn it because it's just way too difficult to try and figure out, isn't it? Yeah, Cyrillic is definitely something I definitely will not look at. Oh, wow, how's that not in? It's just yeah. Yeah. Yeah, remind me never to learn Cyrillic. You address older people what a new made difference. BB. Yeah. Remind me to never look at it. It's very complicated. Also, by the way, I assume you can type in Cyrillic. What letter is the Russian one that looks like a key of some sort? Let me look. Russian. I might be able to find it myself because I can't work out. I can't describe the thing. Which one is it that looks like a key? Oh! That's what it looks like a key. It's the letter. Well, it's an O. It's like a letter O with a line in the middle. It's like if you take the letters out, it's like an O and an L, but or an O and an I in English. But it's like it's apparently the letter F. Apparently, it's the letter F is like a key. Yeah, means I. It's a no with a line in the middle of it, and I don't know. But apparently it's the letter F. Apparently it means F in Russian. That's the letter F. Hey, I'm learning a few things. I hope you're learning a few things at the same time, everyone. One makes consonants softer and one makes them harder. I mean, it's hard enough for me. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. It looks like literally. It looks like a door key. It looks like a key that you put in a door. Indian namastes. Hello, KST. KST. Right. Well, we know namaste means hello, yeah? Yeah, that's the letter I was on about, Woody. It's very, very complicated language. Very complicated language. Anyway, back to the game. Anyway, I think we've had our Russian Belarusian lesson for today. I think Inter really should be level. I don't know how they haven't got back into the game, but they have also made a substitution, which I'll tell you about. Substitution for Inter Milan, leaving the field is number 95, Alessandro Bastoni. Replacement is number 30, Carlo Augusto. Like photo. Yeah, it looks a bit like a... It does look a little bit like a P in a way, doesn't it? It does look a bit like a P, I suppose. I'm here to teach. Fair enough. Yeah, I've quite enjoyed. Yeah, quite enjoyed it. I mean, the game's not been out. The second half's not been exactly outstanding, to be fair. So it's given us something to do. You can come back anytime. Who's the greatest goalkeeper in the world? Yeah, excuse me. Jan Superman Somers or Jordan Beatable Pickford? Well, I've always thought Jan Somers a better goalkeeper than Jordan Pickford. I think Jan Somers a top keeper. If you're telling me that's handball, Matt, then I think you need your eyes testing. It hits his chest. Hit his chest. Never handball in a million years. It's like Chinese. Unless you grew up speaking it, it's hard to be fluent. Yep. I mean, I can pronounce... I mean, my German pronunciation... With regards to German, my German pronunciation is good. So my German pronunciation is apparently pretty good. But a lot of the times I can't... A lot of the times when I struggle with the grammar. I struggle with the grammar. The grammar's difficult. And whoa! He wants a goal, doesn't he? DiMarco again with another free kick, but this time just alongside of the post. English is very confusing. No, with the way you say things sometimes. The grammar's difficult. That's what I struggle on when it comes to German. And then also sometimes pronunciation will be good for German, but sometimes I'll forget. Like, I'll forget what it is I need to say. Because obviously I speak words from different languages as well. I mean, I once spoke Dutch to someone German and realised it. I was thinking, that's Dutch, what am I doing? Photo actually, sorry for the confusion, was taking a nap before the game, so my brain's not woken up fully. Fair enough. 24 votes, 67% Inter. Cheers, everyone. Up your nose. Got a cooling break in a minute. Inter have made all 5 subs and Fluminense have made 3. I can speak a bit of Spanish, but un poquito. Yeah, you can only speak a bit. Muy bien. Inter look arse. I think Inter Miami would have beaten them. can't really disagree with that, to be truthfully honest. Fluminense have done... I mean, Fluminense have been excellent in defence. Their plan has just been literally get a goal and then deny them. And that's exactly what they've done. I remember being local children at my school. Could not understand what they were saying. Their English was poor. English can be confusing. One thing in Russian is there are no silent letters. So if you speak it, you can type it decently. I see. I think there's going to be is there going to be a sub for Fluminense or... Well, there was a place. Those Fluminense fans are going to be quite happy. Not a massive atmosphere. Not a loud atmosphere. However, though...
That's a good run. Racing back is Thiago.
Ah!
He does brilliantly up against.
In Germany it's phone, in English it's phone.
And he's 40-year-old Thiago Silva against.
It's spelled differently though. It's spelled as F-O-N-A, as it's said in German. But it all depends. It depends actually on what type. Because in Germany, I mean, you can say there's a telephone, but there is also in German, cell phone. So like an iPhone, they call it handy. They call it ein Handy. Ein Handy. Handy is what they call cell phones. Handy in German. Why, I'll never know. Or telephone. Or telephone. I wish I took Spanish seriously when I was in grammar school. Like explaining Leicester to a non-English person's a nightmare. All you need to say about Leicester, it's full of roundabouts. Roundabout, go round. Next word, roundabout. Carry on, roundabout. It's full of roundabouts. The roads are full of roundabouts. Honestly, it's ridiculous. But I suppose if you're in Leicester, you'll find out where you are in a roundabout way. Roundabout. Oh, that was terrible. Thanks those that have joined us today. I'm glad I listened to Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill. Not going to be their day, is it, Inter Milan? Fluminense heading towards the quarters. Oh, this will be something. They are 10 minutes away. There's a man down injured. Oh no, it's cramp. Never mind. Man down cramp. And it's Facundo Bernal, I believe. That was the chance to tell Martinez with the shot. It was straight to the keeper, wasn't it, really? Straight to the keeper.
Get the connection that he wants on it. It was really nice to him as well.
Substitution brought to you by Donald Johnson for Fluminense. Leaving the field is number 5, Facundo Bernal. Coming on the field is number 29, Thiago Santos. One more sub left for Fluminense. Milton Keynes, capital of roundabout and model of ex-girlfriend cows. Right. We have a few roundabouts in NY, mostly all right turns. Yeah, apparently New York is known for its one-way systems. Edinburgh's a nightmare because Edinburgh's full of one-way systems. It's ridiculous. Insane. Yeah, so New York's apparently known for has a lot of one-way streets. Apparently, New York. I suppose a lot of capital cities, a lot of the big cities have one-way streets. Oh, what a save! Oh, what a save by Fabio! That is absolutely superb. What a save. Oh, that should have been 1-1. An outstanding piece of goalkeeping. Can Fluminense score a second? No. Ah, Fabio with probably a match-winning save. That was outstanding. First real tester for him as well. A lot of them have been straight at him, but that is a cracking piece of goalkeeping. I think he saved it with his foot as well. I think I'm going loco. Here come into again. There's another shot. Oh, it's hit the post. Oh. It's just not going to be their night, is it? Lautaro Martinez with another chance, and he's hit the post. It's just not going to be their night, is it? Oh, here they come again. Oh, that's a 4 into Fluminense. Please show us that save again. Please show me that save again. That was just insane. Lautaro Martinez must be thinking, how the hell have I not scored? When it's not going well for you, it's not going well. What a save that is. Ball in. Martinez on the volley. Oh, it's saved by his foot. Saves it with his foot. He saves it with his feet. That's excellent goalkeeping, that. Oh. Brilliant. Hey! Liam's darts team's just won the Liam plays in the darts league in Plymouth. His team's just won the league season. Hey! League title for Liam's team then. Been to New York, just 5 hours to Rotherham. People in New York might not necessarily... I mean, people who live in America won't know what that is. There's a stadium in Rotherham United, based in South Yorkshire, near Sheffield. Their stadium is called the New York Stadium. Go on, shoot. 2-0. 2-0. Ah, over the bar. No, there's... Rotherham United, their stadium's called the Asiel New York Stadium. It's called the New York Stadium. That's why he's talking about that. Don't drive near Times Square. Got stuck there for work. Almost went insane unless you like travelling 10 minutes per block. Oh my god. Never go to Times Square. Take it from a native. Okay, no. M25 is the biggest car park in the world. M25 is the biggest car park. Oh yeah, the M20... Because the traffic's very... The M25's never moving, is it? The M25's always slow, isn't it? New York's district in Rotherham, where New York Stadium and Millwall... Millmore, which still stands. Thiago Santos, the sub, has just been booked for Fluminense. Is that 5 hours by boat? No, there's a great... Rotherham is South Yorkshire. It's near Sheffield. If you know Sheffield, it's near Sheffield. It's like about half an hour from Sheffield. And their stadium is called the New York Stadium. Don't know why, but it's called the New York Stadium. Well, Matt lives in Gillingham, which is Essex. It's Essex, I believe. So it's one of the counties in England. If you don't live in England, you won't know. But yeah, that's why he's saying that New York's down is only 5 hours. Times Square is where we store our tourists. That wouldn't surprise me. California is 4 hours to Birmingham, West Midlands. California? The hell's California? What's California?
Was laid away from him. Is it back though? Pushed over, free kick. Straight for it, he got it.
Oh, is it Kent? Sorry. Essex, Kent. They're all... Well, they're in and around the same areas. Oh yeah, there's a place in Norwich on the coast in the coast of Norfolk, which is East Anglia. There's actually a place called California in Norfolk. I didn't actually know. I didn't actually know that. You'll be doing more games. I think the next chance. Well, there won't be many more for the Club World Cup, as I'm not free tomorrow, Wednesday. I don't know. I don't think there's any games happening on Thursday, which would be Thursday is the 3rd of July. There's no games on the 3rd of July. The 4th and 5th on the night, I'm on the Double Trouble Darts for the Polish darts. I'm on the darts channel for the darts. For that. That's called Double Trouble Darts, by the way. We do darts on there. Liam not long ago had the Madison Square Gardens, the US darts in Madison Square Gardens in New York City. But that's what channel I'll be on for Friday and Saturday night. If there's any games, see all the quarters of them. Semi-final next Club World Cup stream potentially could be the 8th, if not the final on the 13th. So there's not going to be much now. Obviously, it's July. My birthday's in the middle of July, so yeah, not a lot. There's not a lot happens in July, and obviously I go to pre-season. I go to a few pre-season games. I don't really. To be fair, these days I don't even know if I'm going to bother with pre-season streams, because I can't really be asked. I'm not really. I'm not bothered about pre-season. I just want the actual season to get underway. I don't really care about pre-season. There is the women's Euros, but I know what people are like with women's football, so yeah, it's do I run the risk of potentially losing all respect for doing that? York is close to Jersey if you add New to them. New Jersey's nowhere near New York, isn't? I could have sworn New Jersey's miles away from New York. Capital New Jersey, Trenton. New Jersey's miles away. Oh well. Never mind, I'm wrong actually. Philadelphia's like in and around New Jersey. New York's actually. No, you are right. So New York's not far from New Jersey actually. Bit of a mistake there. Corner given and into added time, which again the referee has indicated it'll be a minimum of 7 additional minutes. 7 minutes. 7 again. England Lionesses are ready to defend their Euros. Hopefully. Won't be easy for them. My dad's birthday is the 12th of July, going to be 83. I'm 23 in literally 16, 17 days. Literally just over 2 weeks. Bye! 2 weeks and 2 days, so 16 days I'll be, 16 days time I'll be 23. I'm a June baby. I have to say I've never been out of Europe. Never have I. New Jersey's right across the river. Yeah, I didn't realise I looked at the map. Well, that was a good shot, wasn't it? Not. Nowhere near. You can take the 2 tunnels or a bridge to get there. October 48, 2 years, and I'll be 50 or brown bread. Brown bread?
that was it.
Ah. I see.
Okay, push through for
Are you talking about the 50?
down for now, Martinez.
Bye! That's a terrible shot from Martinez. He's been...
He caught it too
I assume you're on about the 50-50 half and half loaf. Is that what you're on about? Philly's like an hour and a half,
makes life really
drive from NYC. Boston's 5 hours away. Fucking hell. There's also a place in England called Boston as well. Boston, UK. Where's he got 7 minutes from? Boston is in Lincolnshire. That's not too far then, is it? Lincolnshire's not that far from me, is it? Oh, right, well. Oh, Boston is literally not far from East Anglia, actually. Yeah, a bit of a trek for me, then.
Fluminense celebrating everything now. It's like they just scored the last minute winner and get the throw in.
Yeah.
That's what they like on a throw in if they do find a second in this.
Yeah, Boston's about 2.5 hours.
Be a while before the game restarts.
2.5 hours, 3 hours from where I am. It's a bit of a trek. But... oh, that's a mistake. This to finish it! Hercules! 2-0 Fluminense! Bye-bye Inter! Goodbye! Thank you for coming!
The carnival comes to Charlotte.
Goal to Fluminense!
What a moment for Fluminense. A Herculean effort sends them into the quarterfinals.
Bye! Arrivederci!
And this is why you love football. Not just on the pitch, but off the pitch in the stands. Support
Inter 0, Fluminense 2. The ball falls to Hercules, who takes, 2, 3, 4 touches. Edge of the penalty area, low-driven shot, bottom corner of the net in front of the Fluminense fans. 2-0. Fluminense are into the quarterfinals.
But when they get their chance to strike,
Unfucking believable.
Hercules.
I don't believe it.
It's a Hercules performance from the team, and don't they know it? He'd only scored one this
Cannot
season.
believe it.
That'll be the biggest,
2-0 Fluminense.
the biggest moment for Fluminense.
Fluminense through. I'm saying it now.
Inter Milan falls short again.
Fucking hell, I can't believe that. Driving 2 hours is not much.
There's been some necessary defensive work from Fluminense in this game. Or a little patch 10 minutes ago.
Hercules, the substitute.
Marshall Milan out of this.
Goal to Fluminense. Numero
Hercules there sending
25.
frustrated into Milan.
Hercules.
Started at the end of the first half, the frustration was starting to come through. When the frustration starts to come through, you lose what your objective is in terms of positioning, everything. And
Goal number 2 for Fluminense. The goal scorer, number 35. Hercules. Inter Milan 0, Fluminense 2.
goal about it as well. Yes, they broke the look a little bit.
Can you believe it?
Right behind him comes to Martinez that touches Paul DiMarco.
Oh! DeMarco's at the bar now.
For a second time.
Don't you love football?
I think there's an argument to say that
Don't you love this sport? Oh, it's amazing. Inter Milan
they're voting for it.
have done everything but score. Got a foul.
Down goes Lima.
Arrivederci.
A minute to go.
Ciao, Inter.
And the difference has been the substitutes that have come on for Fluminense, as we've just seen this opportunity,
I'm pretty sure you've spelt that completely wrong.
corner at the top right. But the difference has been the substitutes. That
Yeah,
have
you've
come on
you've spelt
for
that.
Fluminense,
Yeah,
they've added energy. They've
America's
given the rest of the
huge.
team up.
Next Channel 4 crime scene cleaners could be amazing or utter rubbish. I've played crime scene cleaner on my channel. Fair enough. Yeah, you've spelled chow completely wrong. You've put the Chinese word chow as if you're saying chow mein. As if you want to, if you want a chow mein, you've put it as chow mein. Chow is C-I-A-O. That's how you say chow in. That's how you say chow in Italian.
It's amazing the numbers, the treble in the games we've done. So
We have played the entirety of the added time.
even the bench is joining in out of your picture.
All eyes on the referee. Figa Fluminense.
We're past the 7 minutes.
Taken quickly. Just going to be corner flag job.
And not quite.
Offside.
Like you say, the sidelines there.
David's on ya.
Cue the celebrations.
Fluminense are through to the Club World Cup quarter-finals.
Forget
The full-time score
coming to Charlotte.
in Chicago. Not in Chicago. What the fuck am I on about?
Giants of Italy.
Ignore me. I don't know what I'm on about.
Goals
Chicago.
3 and 90 plus 3.
Fucking Chicago. Don't ask what I'm on about.
Into
The full-time score at the Bank of America Stadium
Champions League.
in the great city of Charlotte,
Who took their chances when it mattered.
North Carolina,
An element of fortune.
in the Club World Cup round of 16s.
Work at times.
International Milano 0, Fluminense FC 2. And tonight's Club World Cup superior player of the match is Fluminense FC's number 21, John Arias.
Christian Chibu.
Oh, wow. 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 Let the party begin. They will be sambering in the streets of Rio de Janeiro tonight. Do the samba. They're going to be partying in the streets of Rio de Janeiro. Fluminense, only 37% of the votes on the poll have knocked out Inter Milan. 63% it was, not 62. 37% of you went for Fluminense to win. Look what's happened. The underdogs have won. What were their odds? Hang on, what were their odds at the start of the game? I wonder if anyone actually bet on. I wonder if anyone's even betted on Fluminense winning. Pre-match. Oh my god. They were 9-2. They were 9-2 on Bet365. Unibet had 5-1. Fuck me. I went to Al Ahly against Palmeiras match a few weeks ago. Oh, that was in New York, wasn't it? That was in New York's. Yeah, that was in New York. That. The darts. I don't know if you knew, but the darts took place in New York, Madison Square Gardens. Literally at the weekend, Luke Humphries won the world number 1. So you'll have had loads of tourists in New York at the time because a lot of people were going to the darts at the same time as the Club World Cup. Should have made a bet for Fluminense, huh? Just amazing. Just amazing. Like, who who would have thought it? Genuinely, who would have thought it? Oh, Al Ali of Cairo. You mean Al Ali Cairo? Yeah, they played Palmeiras. Palmeiras beat them 2-0. That was MetLife. Hang on, the MetLife's not in. The MetLife isn't in New York. The MetLife Stadium's not in New York, is it? Oh no, it is in New Jersey. It's in New Jersey, and it's in... Yeah, New Jersey. East Rutherford. As I assume it is literally probably down the road. Oh, right. Oh no, it is actually in New York. Oh, it is actually in East Rutherford. Actually, is in New York. Huh. I said New Jersey, unless New York is in New Jersey. MetLife's in NJ. Darts Double Trouble found it and subbed. Matt, I put a link in the chat to the. I did put a link to the channel. Well, I did put a link to it. I put a link to it. There won't be any more streams on here now till probably the weekend. If there's anything going on the weekend. I don't know when the next stream's going to be on here. But all I will say about it, if you want to see me again, you can see me on Friday night on Double Trouble Darts. The link is in the live chat. Click that. Myself and Liam and possibly Harvey, I don't know. But there'll be at least me and probably Liam on there. Giving you live coverage of the Polish darts, which takes place in Gliwice in Poland. That'll be live from 6 o'clock. So yeah, you can join me on there. But I don't know when the next stream's going to be on the channel. It'll probably be either weekend or next week. But I want to say anyway, thank you very much to everyone for joining us tonight. Congratulations to Fluminense, so deserved. It was an outstanding victory and not one that many people probably expected. Thanks to the new followers tonight, by the way, from tuning in from the United States. Have a fantastic rest of your afternoon or evening. If you're living in the United Kingdom or around Europe, have a good night. And have a great rest of your week. And to our friends in the United States, have a good rest of the afternoon. Cheers for joining, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.